What's up, weirdos? Welcome back to another video. My name is Felicia. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe. And today we're going to be talking about a movie that just came out a couple days ago, Slender Man.
Slender Man. He preys on innocent youth.
What was that? I think this is how we get Katie back.
Those who hear the 3 bells toll accept his invitation. When you hear the first, you must close your eyes.
Katie?
Opening your eyes only once you've heard the third.
So just for a little background, if you don't know, Slender Man started as a creepypasta internet meme, which is basically just like spooky shit on the internet. Slender Man started showing up on the internet around 2009. It was created originally by Victor Surge. So this big internet thing started happening where people were like, Slender Man sightings here, and like they were posting photos showing Slender Man and marble hornets, which is like basically the story of this guy's encounter with Slender Man. And then things sort of went wrong in 2014 when these girls in Wisconsin stabbed their friend in the woods and blamed it on Slender Man.
The latest on those 2 12-year-old girls accused of nearly stabbing a friend to death, driven by the fictional Slender Man character.
And now in 2018, we have the Slender Man movie. So the movie sort of creates its own story around Slender Man. It's not related to Marble Hornets. It's not related to the stabbings in Wisconsin. It's its own thing. So it's sort of these 4 girls being haunted, terrorized, and taken by Slender Man. And I gotta be real with you guys, this movie was not good. They didn't do a great job. I thought like this movie had such opportunity to be really, really scary because it is this sort of like iconic internet urban legend, which is such a cool, crazy thing that exists. And unfortunately, it just really missed the mark in so many ways. I'm gonna start by saying a couple things I did like. One is that we have some horror movie vets in it. We have Joey King that was in The Conjuring, and Annalise Basso from Oculus, which is one of my favorite movies. And the only other things that I can say that I really liked is like the filming was pretty. It was like very spooky small town, dark lighting, blah blah. But even after a while, I was sort of like, why does nobody have lights in this town? Like, someone turn on the lights. It was excessively dark. And then there were some like jump scares that got me. The score was very effective, but overall it just wasn't that good, and I guess I'll tell you why. One is that the writing is just bad. There's not enough character development. There's just like random lines thrown in to like attempt at character development, but like it's like, okay, well, this girl's dad is dead and that is her entire backstory. This girl does track and that's her entire backstory, and it's just sort of like not great. My second complaint is, unfortunately, the acting was like kind of bad, which was not helped by the writing, but for some reason I always feel much more guilty saying acting is bad than writing. But the acting in this is pretty bad. They basically, like, each girl, the 4 girls, sort of gets their moment to be the main character. Unfortunately, my favorite character, Annalise, is gone first, and then it just gets progressively worse, and then eventually we're left with Julia Goldani Tells, who plays Hallie, and unfortunately, like, she is like clearly the weakest actress of the bunch, and also the character we have to spend the most time with. She never seemed like that bothered by the Slender Man, even though it was like torturing all of her friends and also her, but she always just seems like too calm and casual about it. And then my last complaint is that they just showed Slender Man way too much. Like, he was always on screen, and I was just like, how can I be scared of something that you have revealed to me every 2 seconds? And so thus, like, I get used to him, and thus I'm not scared of him anymore. The CGI also is so bad. Like, not only did they show me Slender Man too much, but they also showed him to me badly. Like, it was just like, some of the CGI I was like, oh my god, no, like, who did this? Like, who said this? Who checked this off and said, yep, send it to theaters, it's great? Like, it looks so bad. Honestly, it sort of felt like people made their idea of a scary movie. Like, people that don't really watch scary movies made their idea of a scary movie. Like, that's honestly what I sort of felt about it. Slender Man is such like a scary concept and like has scared so many people through the internet. So I'd actually never seen the Marble Hornet video series on YouTube. So last night my friends and I watched about the first 20 entries or so, and I will say that was like 30 times scarier than this movie. Like literally I was saying there's like, what was that? What was that? To look at the window. Oh my god. Okay, let's go into the ratings because I have to talk about spoilers. Okay, the scare, like a 2. Like there are some jump scares. Good for you. 2. Gore, 1. And cheese, 3. And not even cheese in a good way. Cheese in like a boring way. That was the fastest these ratings have ever gone. Today I'm gonna give you the dumbest scene in the movie. The dumbest, so dumb scene in the movie. So Hallie, her sister, is in the hospital because she has secretly, you know, contacted Slender Man. And Hallie's walking through the hospital and, oh god, can I even talk about it? So it's like everything's like in sort of slow motion. And she's like walking past like the receptionist, and the receptionist is typing on her computer like this. Who types like that? Who types like that? Who types on their computer like that? No, nobody. Nobody does that. And then you have these two guys that sort of like, they have these like manila folders and they just sort of like slam this shut. Here, I'll get it. This is what they do. I don't know what this is. This is my least. They go like this. They're standing there and it's like a slow motion and they just go like this. I was like, I'm sorry, was that a spooky scary? And then she walked past this random room and this girl with like 30-foot long hair is getting her hair brushed in the bathtub. And I was like, what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with Slender Man? Is she scared of bathtubs? Is she scared of really long hair? Like, what? Help, somebody take over the writing of this movie. It makes no sense. That was a little wild. Sorry, I went a little wild there. But it was not good. It was not a good movie. It was just not scary. And the true thing is, I love bad movies. I love bad scary movies. They make me happy. But this wasn't a bad scary movie in the fun way. This was a bad scary movie in just like the boring way. And that is like, that's the truest crime of a horror movie. If it's boring. I don't care if it's bad. I care if it's boring. And this one was boring. That's all I can say, people. That's all I have today. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Also, as always, if you have recommendations for reviews you'd like to see, comment them down below. I'd also like to start expanding the channel and doing some different kinds of videos besides reviews that's still like horror content related. So let me know if you have ideas for that, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a nice stream. Bye!